let's go. Hi guys, Heavy Rebel here. So this is the second semi-finals between Sigh and Dragevann. We have Sigh in the blue. I think he has a pretty decent map with a lot of fruit trees, and Dragevann I think, has a way better map because his fruit trees are crazy good. So many fruit trees. His flocks are pretty decent, and he has one orchard already, but both players has their orchard. Maybe you missed it in the first semi-finals, but the first game there were 5 orchards in the game, and one player actually took control of 4 of the 5 orchards, and the food he produced was so good. So I wouldn't be surprised if one player, I believe Sigh is in a better position to do it, going for Porter's Will and try to steal out the orchard from Dragevann, so he could have 2 orchards in the settlement with a Nasian play. So Sigh building a grenade right away to get the fruit trees and the balls in the middle, and Dragevann is going for resource camp and the antelopes, but still keeping some villagers on fruit trees, which are more efficient. And as you can see, Dragevann is already at 100 food, when Sigh is still lagging a little bit behind. We have a neutral orchard here as well, so yeah, I think it's really the assassin place is actually really open on his map. Dragevann is looking in terms of resources. Dragevann is way better, I think. He's about to hit 150 food. He has it now, and he might. Yeah, he's ahead in tech. Not that much, but still ahead, and has more clay. Yeah, because he didn't build the granary, so he should be able to drop a barracks right away, because he didn't have to spend the resource for the granary. So he could drop barracks and start being annoying. Oh yeah, as per usual, Dragevann loves to poke villager with his scouts. And now, yeah, the food count's starting to pay off, right? So he's first to woodworking. Another trading. Barracks, yeah, first to barracks, and I think Sigh is nowhere near building his own, so now Sigh has to play carefully if he doesn't want to die on the spots, because Dragevann is putting out a pretty neat build order. Like Sigh still doesn't have. Yeah, it's just hitting 150 now, and he's not taking. So he's actually getting pretty late on the tech, and it's almost 1 full point. Yeah, as he's not taking, it's almost as he was 1 full point behind. So far, Dragevann is having. It's hard to say a huge advantage, but he's pretty much in the lead, and he has to install the tempo of the game. And yeah, it's now the train starting to produce the light axeman, and it will be almost two full light axemen ahead, and now we'll start to snipe villagers. Maybe one is not enough, because if Sigh starts to fight, yeah, we'll just lose it. But it causes some idle time. And now it's 3. And Sigh has to play respectfully, right? he doesn't win it. Villagers are in this game. Villagers are really strong. I think it was kind of a waste to lose that many health. I mean, he didn't lose any, so by any means it's fine. But he lost some health, so now he can't really fight. And if Sigh decides to fight back, to retaliate, Dragevann might be in a bit of trouble. But he's not. He stopped the production. Sigh did not. Eventually, well, because he's not seeing any more aggression. So yeah, doesn't want to drop Billy's 150. Porter's Will from Sigh and Plow for Dragevann. So Porter's Will instantly take control of the orchard. So for now, Dragevann is way more efficient with the food because he has 5 farm with plus 15%, when Sigh only has 3 farm with plus 10%. So Dragevann has a way better food income for now, but if Sigh manages to snag this, or eventually this, he will then have plus 20%, which is better than 50%. And that's when this tech starts to pay its dividends compared to Plow, right? But the food income, you can see, still way better for Dragevann. And Sigh is putting some crazy micro, so he killed the 2 low health one and saved this light axeman. So that's 2 kills for Sigh for nothing. But I mean, this one is as good as dead, right? But still, he did kill. Maybe he should have actually. It would have been better if he had lost it, right? Because he's eating a lot of food right now, and it will almost cost. If he keeps him alive long enough, it might cost him a full light axeman worth of food. But Dragevann has so much resources, he needs to spend them, right? Yeah. So I need light axeman, and now we'll try to fight back and take control of it. So now, with this army, I think Sigh has no way to control this. So Sigh is still way behind, yeah, in terms of on food income. Dragevann is way better. So yeah, you see, the light axeman there just died and did nothing. So basically, he just ate, I don't know how much, but maybe 10, 20 food for nothing. Sigh would have, he would have a threshold if he didn't save this one. I think it was kind of a mistake here. And now Dragevann is sniping the house. The fight is good for now, but he needs to pull. Yeah, he needs to pull when the villager comes. He needs to pull. He doesn't want to fight. Or he needs to focus villagers. Because this fight, he's losing it because of the villagers. I don't think he wants to lose it. He has a better unit, so he doesn't want to trade. And he kills every light axeman, okay? But with the villagers, I think it's... Oh no, okay, I'm lying again. So he killed every light axeman and lost nothing. And Sigh went for the Egyptian, so it's not Egyptian palace. Oh, he could snipe it. He could snipe it actually. With this, if he attacks the palace, he kills it. He just kills it, right? Attack the palace. Attack the palace. He can't build it. He can't build fast enough. I'm telling you, he can't build it. Attack the palace. Oh no, it doesn't know. It doesn't know, but if he attacks the palace, now it's maybe too late. He could have denied the palace. 100% he could have denied the palace. Look how much damage it do. Look how fast they kill buildings. If he had attacked him, it was 100% dead. Yeah. No, but I mean that's crazy. Even with. I think with 5 Lataxmen, he would have destroyed everything. Oh, that was such a misplay from Sigh, but Dragevann didn't understand. And now Sigh is being super annoying with the micro, saving the low health villagers, popping them in, out, And the palace is a huge problem now. So, yeah, it took Egyptian as well. Went for Papyrus Scroll, but it doesn't have a palace. It doesn't have the palace, so this deck does nothing. And now Sai got the advantage, right? And he still doesn't have that much food. But given the wood is floating, I'm assuming he will go for natural revenge. And see what he does with the villager. Popping them out, fighting, and as soon as they get in danger, save them. And he's losing. Yeah, every red army is corner. He can't fight it. So yeah, Sai is having trouble with the food, but Dragevann army, this is just useless right now. He could have denied the palace. I think if he kills the palace, it's over. I mean, there's no way Sai comes back from it, right? So now he has a palace. Okay, so now the food echo will start to kick in because the papyrus scrolls. But for Sai also, he has the papyrus scroll, spamming farms. So I thought he was saving for archers, but he's no, he was just farming. He just wants to farm and taking control of the settlement now. And now Sai is just fine in food. He's ahead in terms of better units. Oh, this is a really good snipe. Discount breeding dividends, right? They're all dead? I don't think. Oh, that's nice splits. This is really good micro from Sai. He lost only one. Being sneaky is sending them in all directions, so Dragevann can chase. Losing a second one. This one will die, probably. This one is dead also, I think, because the elite like slow movement. So in the end, he killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not dead. This one's not dead. So he killed 4 villager. That's a really nice pickup from Dragevann. But the food, man, the food is crazy for both players now. Because the papyrus scroll. I didn't see that, but he didn't take any damage here, so he's fine. And now the Dragevann is doing to Sai what is done to him. But Sai is actually hitting the palace, forcing Dragevann to do something because the palace is melting. The palace is melting and he can't repair it. He can't repair it. But he needs to do something about it. He will lose the palace. He will lose the palace. He needs to repair it. He needs to fight. You're losing the palace, man. You don't have the time. No. Oh no, he's losing the palace. That's terrible. He lost his palace. Palace is so expensive. That's a disaster. Oh, that's so hard for Dragevann. I think he tried to repair it, but actually when you click it, you garrison it. You don't repair it. And now he's a terrible shape. Like army count is even. It's a 5 villager lead for Dragevann, but it doesn't matter. It's the same military, but the military from Sai is just better. Oh yeah, on the take, elite light axeman. Look at this, it just melts all buildings. And I don't think he can win it. Even with the villagers, I think Sai wins. Just better units. Idling so much villagers. Killing all light axemen. And there's a mini shark. So with the mini shark, I think all light heavy axe will die. but it doesn't matter because Dragevann doesn't have a palace. I think he built it. He rebuilt it. He must have. No, he didn't. It doesn't. Yeah, he can't get clay because his clay is in front line. On Sigh saved everything. And there are definitely more red corpses here. Oh, this game. I'm just so sad he didn't realize that he could have sniped the palace. 100%. The palace was dead. And now he's going for the equipments. Because he's in a huge lead now. He caught up in village number because he killed some, and with the settlement he's producing more. And the military is just crazy. And I mean, Dragevann is no way near a new palace. It's so much more expensive. Now going for the resource camp, probably going to take the an outpost right away. Yeah, and now Sai is taking control of the map, checking all granaries, so Dragevann has to fall back in his base, and he's surrounded. I mean, he can't live. There's nothing in his base more. Like, there is this, the clay here. When this wood is depleted, the game is just over, right? And he has so much food he can't spend. He needs to recruit tons of military, right? He needs to spend the food. There's no other way. He needs to spam units. Because now the helmets are in. The helmets are now, even heavy X-Men are really tanky, right? I mean, light X-Men are doing work, they are taking some hits. But the villagers are dying too fast. And the heavy spears, these heavy spears, I didn't see there are heavy spears in the middle of it, so heavy spears don't take any damage against the villagers. And now, I think if you're Sai, if you want to add insult to it, you snipe the palace, right? Yeah, Dragevann has to call it. That's crazy. I think Dragevann had this game. He had this game in his hand. He didn't realize that the palace was free. So yeah, I think we're up for a really good series because these games are pretty close. So we have one for Sai. No, not 41, just one. Oh, what a crazy game. This game was so close. And then when Dragevann was lost the palace, it was impossible to come back after. Palace is so expensive, so he really needed to hit Size, because Size was starving of this game. I think Dragevann is putting really nice build orders to these games. I hope we'll have another game like this, because I really love those kind of games. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now we're in game 2. So another map, not that much green, but a lot of fruit trees that are accessible for Sigh. And for Dragevann, a little bit more green, but still a lot of fruit trees as well. So I think both players have quite the same map. I wouldn't say any started better than the other. Just have two flags here, so with one resource camp you can get both, which is a little bit more efficient than Sigh, but because Sigh don't have really good hunt. It's pretty hard to get this hunt, so the closest hunt you will have will be this. And actually with the granary here, with granary here you can get the mufflons and 2 flags of bow, so this is a really good hunting spot for Sigh, and I'm definitely sure that it will be his first hunting spot. In terms of PY, we have a settlement and temple for Sigh, same for Dragevann, and neutral we have 2 temples and an orchard. So I would be surprised to see the temples controlled at any time. And yeah, you see the grenade exactly here, taking the mufflins and the 2 flocks of boars, and Sigh loves boars for sure. But the Dragevann placement on village center is amazing actually, because those fruit trees are so close, and this will be a huge boost to his food eco. And it's already paying off, you see. It's almost 150 food for Dragevann when Sigh doesn't even have 100. So yeah, I mean, this will be a huge lead for tech for Dragevann, and he might even with this resource camp, going for those 2 flocks. He doesn't have that much clay to spend, and you see already paying off. It's starting to have a huge lead in tech. And with 3 clay, both player, maybe this force will go on clay as well. We might have another early barracks, and Dragevann being the aggressor again in this pub. So you see, this scout here just saw all these villagers. So he knows for sure that Sigh is here for a while. So now Dragevann has to plan ahead on how to kill those villagers, because if he can kill them, Sigh might be in huge trouble. So maybe here the slinger play might be it. If you can find a way to place some slingers here, maybe 5-6 slingers, you can snipe this, because now he knows about it. So maybe we can see a natural round to snipe the villagers. And we have barracks. Okay, so you will probably try to kill this with barracks still. I mean, light action could work, but to fight that many villagers, I think you need at least 5. You can't go with only 3. So Sigh knows about the barracks, and Dragevann is pokey with the scouts, and he won't do much about it. And Sigh adds another villager to building it, because he wants to catch up on Dragon's timing. And both players have so much food, so they delay the barracks a bit, so they can spam more, I guess. And actually Sigh is the first one to build. Dragevann, I think, is a little bit late. Yeah, he's a bit late on the light X-Men. Oh, his house. Yeah, it's fine. But he needs to spam more. I think he can queue 5 already. So now both players see each other. And this will be the micro in this game that will decide. And this fight might be what decides the course of the game. And I think he loses it. Yeah. Okay, nice. So I think it was better for Dragevann so far. In terms of tech, we have woodworking for both. And actually, Dragevann didn't take. I think he's waiting. Maybe he waits until the fight starts, see if he needs it, see if... okay, so now he took masons. And I'm kind of puzzled on why you go for masons. Oh, he uses the light axeman to kill the boars, but he needs the light axe to fight the light axe. He can't fight the boars, and now he goes for edit light axeman. Okay, that was I was expecting. I think he was delaying the edit light axeman so he can surprise his opponent, but I think he just used it to flee. But now he has more numbers on size. He's starving, right? Because they didn't drop the food. Okay, they dropped it. Okay. Eventually, yeah, okay, so they have the same amount. They have about the same military number. But the elite light axeman, they just do more. Okay, this is a snipe. He saves it. Nice micro, and he will kill another one. Okay, oh no, 2 dice. It's at 2 for 2. I think it's 3 for 2. I think now it's 3 for 3. Okay, 3 for 3. Ah, the micro is insane. This is... I think it's a win for Dragevann. He killed 4. Yeah, that's 4 for 3. And now with the military lead, he needs to remember this. He really needs to remember this, because if he goes to fight villagers, it's crazy. Okay, will he pick up another one? Oh no, he loses one. He loses 2. Oh, he loses 2. That's so sad. Okay, killed one back, so I think now it's 7 in KD. But Dragevann still has more. And they are all full life. This is a deadly army. If he goes here right now, he can delay everything. And Sigh is really bad on food right now. So actually, yeah, Dragevann needs to go here. He remembers it. See, he remembers it. I told you guys, if he can win this fight, he will kill everything on Sigh, because now Sigh will be so hard on food. No. Oh yes. Oh, sneaky, waiting to have. He really wants to fight with everyone. On Sigh sees it. Yeah, he sees it. He has to fall back. He won't kill. He won't probably kill everyone, but it's just delaying food. On Sigh doesn't have that much food in his base left. So Sigh is starving a lot. This is a half his food economy right there. Okay, so Sigh with a good micro, going over with the light axeman, fighting, killing some, but it still is food ICO here. And look at it, it doesn't have food. It doesn't have food at all. He killed a villager, he will kill this light axeman. So elite light axeman doing so much work here. Another good fight for Dragevann and Sigh. Sigh is just in too much trouble. He loses more villager. Look at it. Look at the echo difference. 30. It's 6 villager leads for Dragevann. And the military number, Dragevann just took in this game. 14 pop leads. And this echo was delayed. And Sigh needs to, I think he needs to go back there, because if he pushed back everything. And Sigh is floating so much clay. And yeah, Dragevann is free to do whatever he wants, right? He can have the outlet base, because I mean Sigh can't punish. And now with 12 light axemen, I think he will just rip through Dragevann Echo. And what makes the difference? Like, look at it. It's 400 clay for Sigh. I think that makes a difference. He spent way too much on clay and trying to repair the barracks. Yeah, it's okay, but it's more idle time. I think Dragevann needs to focus on trying to kill some villager. Killing the barracks doesn't do anything for you now. He really needs to maybe kill the dwellings. Dwellings are really faster to kill. Like, he killed half a barracks, he could have killed 2 dwellings with this damage. Yeah, maybe focus on the villager. Now that's good. Oh, this is a militia play. Okay, so militia for Sigh. Nice defensive play. I think that buys you a lot of time. But Dragevann is. Oh, he didn't take any technology. He got Mason Plow. He didn't pick a civilization. I wonder what you go in this situation. I mean, it doesn't have the palace, so Egyptian doesn't make that much sense. I mean, it doesn't help you right now. Maybe Assyrian is a play, and now Sigh is the one with the civilization. And it looks like Sigh is clawing out of this game. Like, yeah, it looks like Sigh is coming back again. He starts to pull off the comeback, like the first game. Now, Dragevann, you need to be more active with the military. I think Dragevann should have gone Porto's wheel. Okay, so we went for Assyrians actually. Yeah, with the Porto wheels, he could have gotten all settlements in the map and start to really snowball out of his advantage, right? He cannot let Sigh safely in his base and the palace, for sure, and it's more on clay. And there's so much food. Spend the food, man. He needs to spend the food. With 400 food, he could have, I don't know, 10 light axemen or 10 more light axemen. Because now Sigh is coming, he's coming back. Like, this is not that much, but that's still enough. And with the militia, Dragevann cannot do anything. So now the puzzles will. And this is good, but he should have gone puzzles well instead of masons, probably, or maybe plow even, and start to build the outpost right away. Settlement, ancient temple. He could be actually building outposts everywhere, right? He will try to be sneaky with the 3 light axemen, but that's not enough. This won't do anything. If he fights with everything, that does nothing. Yeah, probably taking the temple here. Taking the temple here, eventually. Oh no! But now Sigh sees it, and he can get out of his base. But Dragevann needs to spend more resources. He needs to recruit more. This outpost, yeah. I mean, he's controlling everything, but Sigh knows it. He sees it. And he has better army. Oh no, he lost it. He lost the villager, yeah. But Dragevann still have more military number. He doesn't anymore. Because he's not recruiting any army. Society doesn't have any food, but he's still producing more military units. Look at it. Both barracks are producing, and he has one barracks producing nothing. So okay, now he has a palace. I think the difference is just Dragevann has a really good idea of what he wants to do with the early game, but he is having trouble transitioning to a late game strategy, because he's doing a lot of single map, like it's just a little bit too late. The palace is way too late. Like he should have had the palace right away, right? And now he's under pressure. He has so much more food, but he's under pressure. And the palace, I don't think you want to garrison. Organized Wi-Fi, okay, so he takes it, but if he wants to go for organized Wi-Fi, he needs to produce military. Organized Wi-Fi, you need more. Build a second barracks and spam units. Spam units. I'm speechless. That's heartbreaking because, yeah, I mean, Sai was so much behind. He had no military, he had no food, he had no villagers, but Dragevann just stopped producing military, so he didn't have enough. And now he will lose the palace again. He will lose his palace. Okay, now he's defending it. He needs militia if he wants to defend it properly. Now he's defending the palace. Yeah. Now he can push back. But yeah, okay, I understand. He wanted to save the food for the archers, but archers cost wood. This wood is a resource you want to amass a lot. He lost everything here. He wasn't paying attention. It was 3 light axemen to 7. He lost everything here. And he's losing the outpost here. Yeah, Sai just went back into the game and caught up with better macro, better decision making, and his choice. I mean, just makes a good choice. And now we're back in a pretty even state. Sai is even behind, right? He has more villagers. Nowhere near starving. I mean, in terms of tech, I think it's 7 tech for Dragevann, and it's only 5. Only 5 for Sai. But Sai has a barrier scroll, so now the food will just skyrocket. And Dragevann doesn't have that kind of tech. So yeah, for sure he has good archers. And I think he will... It looks like he will just wall them up, right? But the problem is, like, look at this. Look how much work. Those two are dead, right? The outpost here is dead. He only killed it with 1 or 2 guys. This... yeah. And now the heavy spears. This is not enough archers. And they do no damage, look at it. I don't think it was worth it. Not spending floating 800 food just to spam some archers. I don't think it was worth it. He really needed to have a palace earlier. Or spam more units. It's okay. It's okay if you don't want to build a palace, but you can't float 800 food. If you have that much food, build 2 barracks and spam light axemen. Get 40 light axemen if you have to, but you cannot. You cannot. That's so sad to see. That's really heartbreaking because he had his game again. Like first game, he had his game. He just didn't realize. And now the heavy spears. The heavy spears with I believe they have helmets. No, they don't have helmet, but the heavy spears just take no damage from archers. And archers will just melt against the heavy axes. Look at the military number. And Dragevann is starving now. He lost all his archers. I don't think he can. He will just die to starvation, right? There's no way he can stop it. Yeah, I'm just speechless. I don't know how he can do it. I know for sure that Sai will never stop the pressure, like he's spamming units, and the rally point is in his base. So Dragevann will never have a minute to breathe. I mean, this is what the game looks like until the end. And look at it, it's minus 100 foot, almost starved. I think this game is over. There's no way. I bet more barracks won't do it. You don't have food. And this was so clutch. So clutch. Dragevann, he had the plan. He had to win here and get this, because when he killed it, it was almost all sides economy, right? And in the end, Sai has more resources. Yes, such a huge lead from Dragevann. It's really heartbreaking. Yeah, so GG Sai. I mean, you for sure made a good decision to come back into the game, but yeah. And that's 2 games in a row that goes heavily into Dragevann's favor in the early game, and Sai manages to claw back into victory. Okay, so now we're up for game 3. This map looks really poor for Sigh. And for Dragevann, it looks way richer. So yeah, we have a lot of green, so the farming will be pretty efficient. Muffled right away. As a resource camp, I don't really like it. I don't think you need a resource camp that close, but it's fine. This area looks pretty nice with all the fruit trees and the boars, and this also is pretty decent with the orchard. Inside side we have settlement and temple, and yeah, it's so poor. It doesn't have much here. It has nice berries here, but as I mentioned, yeah, it needs to build a granary. Get the berries, get the boars. I think the gazelles are too far, so we will probably have to build a resource camp. In terms of neutrals, we have an orchard, 2 orchards on the settlement. So we might have a pretty positional game. Maybe if one player wants to take control of the orchard. But it looks like Sigh is a little bit better at controlling the map, like doing more things at the same time. But Dragevann has an orchard on his side, so maybe he will be the one going for the Potter's Wheel early. And as we're starting to see a patterns here, like Dragevann is just more efficient in the early game with the food echo, and it takes the leads every time, like that. That's 3 games in a row that he can take he takes the lead in the early game with a better food echo. Yeah, he has 2 on berry bushes and 4 on hunt, so the bushes, the fruit trees are just giving you more food, and Sigh is doing the same. He realized that he really needed the trees as well in the earlier game. So now we have both players with 3 on clay. And in terms of resources, Dragevann is a little bit in a better spot because he had to build a resource camp and not a granary. But he will probably build a granary here. Eventually, so it will even up everything. In terms of scouting, okay, so Dragevann noticed here. Oh, he hit quite a bit this wedding already. And Sigh has scouted about everything on the map as well. Both players know that they are far from each other, so maybe they will try to play a little bit slower and collected before spamming units. Yeah, as I said, a granary here to get the bows on all those fruit trees, and Sigh goes for the barracks straight away. But to be honest, I'm not quite sure he needs it. I mean, I don't think Dragevann needs it right away. I mean, he has the food to produce some units, so yeah, for sure he should probably start thinking about building a barracks. But when you are so far, I mean, if he scouts properly, he will see the light axemen go out of the barracks, and if he sees 3, I mean, he will have the time to produce 1 or 2 to defend, and it will be enough. And yeah, I think he can just he's later, but it's fine. He doesn't have to produce them right away. And being the one who produce the military later means that you have more food because less food upkeep. That just So yeah, see already, Dragevann staying above 150 in terms of tech is a little bit ahead, and if he pays attention to the food count, he will be fine. Look at it. Sigh is already minus less than 100, and Dragevann has a huge amount. So in this spot, like you see, it's 4 light axemen, and by the time they arrive, Dragevann will have some if he starts producing. But he sees that. I think he saw that. Probably he did. What is he doing? Oh, there's a border wheel. Oh, that's nice. That's an outpost right away on the orchard. I really like it. That's a double orchard. This is really nice from Dragevann. This is really nice from Dragevann. He will have so much food. And now he's producing light axemen, right? He produced another scout because he lost the first. It's 4 light axemen, but I don't think 4 is enough. If Dragevann reacts, he just needs to react fast enough. He just needs to react. Where is it? It doesn't. Okay, sees it. Okay, sees. Oh no, he's ousted. And what? And he went for BO5 Sigh. But this is double outpost for on Orchard, so Porter's Wheel is better than BO right now. And you still see the food count is pretty decent for Dragevann. Needs to pay attention, doesn't want to waste any light axemen, and the others are just fine. So again, Dragevann is taking the lead in the early game. And I really love this double orchard play. Oh, this is triple orchard play. Look at this. And I don't think, I think Sigh has no idea. I think he has no idea. So Dragevann, if he can, hey, Dragevann is setting up for a really, really good play. And if he goes Assyrian on, I really want to see it. I really want to see him going for Assyrians. And if he goes for Assyrians and he takes the trade colonies, I haven't seen no one taking it, but this deck is just too good, man. They don't hesitate for a bit before going into Papyrus Scrolls. But I mean, with 3 outposts, it gives plus 18% all resources. If you get the settlements, it's 24%. It's almost as good as Papyrus Scrolls, but it gives you wood, metal, and claymore. Well, this fight is pretty important. Yeah, this fight is huge. So he lost one, saved one, another saved. But actually, I don't think it's good to save that low HP one. I don't think it's good at all. Because it's eating food. And it does nothing. Look at it. He can't fight with it because he will lose it. Look at it. He'll lose it. Okay, I lied. Okay, it did something. And now Sigh is going for the villagers as well. And this outpost, he's trying to build an outpost. This is pretty hard. He needs to cancel it. Yeah, I will cancel it. It's correct. Oh, he cancel it. So now, Dragevann with a blow. And he needs to go Assyrians on trade colonies. I really want to see it. Oh, he's ousted again. Oh, that's a disaster. On Sigh went for the elite light axemen, but didn't choose any civilians. I don't think you can go for Assyrians because you really want to outpost with Assyrians. But look at it, Sigh is starving again. It's just, I mean, every game is the same. And if Dragevann manages to clear everything, I think it's just so good for Dragevann if he clears it. because now Sigh has no way of putting any pressure. Okay, so it's a really good fight. No more military for Sigh, and Sigh is pretty much in the all-in state because he's losing everything. So I'm not quite sure about the villager lead, but I mean, look at it. Dragevann has more military, and yes, more military, most villagers. Oh no, it didn't. I think light axeman. I don't like it. It doesn't take Assyrians. That's so sad. But I mean, it looks like Sai doesn't want to take into civilization either. But the farming eco is so good with the three orchards. Look at it. Look at the difference in food income. It's crazy how orchards are. So okay, so now in terms of military, it's dead even game. It's just Sai doesn't have they are all idle. So Sai is just in a dire state. I swear to God, if he goes trade colonies, he's so fine. Maybe he could go palace. He's about to get the palace. But Sai is starving so bad. I really don't understand this game. And now he sees it. Oh, Sai tried to snipe the outpost. Man, I didn't notice it, but look at it. Sai is being annoying with one light axeman, and now he goes Assyrians. Okay. But he will lose the villager. He saves it. Okay, he noticed. It was bait all along. Or was it? I think, maybe it was a bait all along. Oh no, he lost it anyways. Oh, nice walls. And how is it going? I think it's fine. I think it's pretty fine for Dragevann, but he needs to recruit more military. He's not recruiting. All his military being idled. Will he go for trade colonies? I really hope he will. But now he has the wood to produce a lot. Maybe he will go for warfare again. I don't like it. No. Oh yeah, the trade colonies. Now it's really good because look at it. 1, 2, 3 outposts. Oh, but Sai saw it. But it's now 18%. But it doesn't recruit military. What is it doing with his resources? I really like these walls because now this outpost is pretty safe. Why is not recruiting light axemen? He has elite light axemen, right? So why is not recruiting some? I think he recruited him one by one. Why doesn't he recruit more? So now he has a palace, but I think Sai should have one. Yeah, he has a palace also. He's about to end his Egyptian, so he will have a good food eco. But still, the military number is looking pretty great for Sai. I wonder what he's waiting for. Yeah, now he sieges the palace. He needs to fight. Dragevann really needs to fight. And now this outpost is dead, yeah? So he loses control of the orchard. And it's fine, it's okay. Okay, that's a good wall, this saves the wall, the base. But now, look at it. I think Sai will eventually spot it. think... Yeah, he's forcing archers again. I don't think... But it's barracks. Okay, so second barracks. Okay, so I like this comp. Heavy axes against and archers, because with heavy axes you can destroy heavy spears. But the only thing, I think it looks like it's too late, because now Sigh has the plus 30%, right? Yeah, yes. He has the plus 30%, so now he's pretty fine on food. And I mean, yeah, with the two orchards and the plus 12%, it's actually 30% as well. So Dragevann is about the same. But if he loses this orchard, it will be a little bit dire for him, because it represents 16% of food. Yeah, so this wall is pretty decent. Look at it. It stalls so much. This poor light axeman. He lost the control of this orchard, and maybe he can put more walls. If he can put more walls here, he can control the settlement. Yeah, he now controls the settlement, so it's another 6%. But you see, the repair speed is not enough. Yeah, with one archer is fine. It's to pay attention a bit, this fight. But he only... Where's the heavy axe? Where are the heavy axe? He doesn't have enough. He's still not producing military. I think he needs to fight with all villagers, because if he loses the archers, it's just so bad, no? But the fight looks good, I think, for Dragevann. Yeah. Okay, so all blue army is dead. And maybe he can fight back. Yeah, he needs more heavy axes, more archers, because it's only a ranged unit against lots of heavy spears. And now with this resource camp, Sigh will notice. So this outpost, he will snipe it for sure. Look at it. But actually, Dragevann has a way to answer it, because he has the military lead. Yeah. Oh no! Don't say everything. Okay. I think it's too much. I need to pay attention. No! Don't pay attention. Oh, this game is so tense. And now, aside with the equipment, so his heavy axes will be so tanky. He has 28 military, so there's a lot of archers. Okay, getting back, nice. He needs more heavy axes, he needs a lot more heavy axes. But he's not producing. Look at the heavy spears are so tanky, they're taking so many shots. Building more barracks, but you don't need more barracks, you need to recruit from these barracks. Another militia. Okay, he deved it. That's pretty nice. But I guess he needs more wall, right? Maybe with more walls he can defend better. But this will die. He needs to get back the slingers. Sigh is still sending some units. Okay, that's a nice pickup. That's still a pretty decent play, so it looks like Dragevann is still having the lead here. But I don't know if he can deal with this. He needs more heavy axes. is he producing? He's producing from 2, but not from the 3rd. And he's still doing a pretty good job at it. And maybe with these slingers, he can start to be annoying. I like it a lot if he can snipe those two. And he needs equipment as well. I don't know if he has some. Okay, that's a nice pickup. He can maybe deal with those barracks, which are pretty close to his base. And he took control back of this. I think if he can find these fights, this is a pretty good fight. He just needs more equipment for the heavy axes. Eventually, the elite heavy axes. Nice pickup. Okay, that's nice kiting, focusing down the heavy axes. But he needs to flee, and yeah, he needs more. I think he needs more. He needs to kite until he's in his base, in his militia. Look at it, heavy spears are so tanky. It doesn't do enough damage, and now he's in militia. Maybe it's enough. I don't know. It looks pretty good, right? Not quite sure. Yeah, the axes are still there. The archers didn't die. All blue army is dead. Yeah, it looks pretty good. That's a nice pickup against the militia. So he lost a few villagers, but he's still way ahead. And now Sigh is starving because those slingers dealt damage. Actually during this time. He has only one priest now, so this deck is not doing anything yet. I'm not quite sure how much he killed, but he killed some, for sure. And Sigh is a big trouble now. He doesn't have military, he doesn't have food. Dragevann can start doing job. He can do a lot of job. On these trees, yeah, we'll try to, okay, he has more... Taking metal, I don't see the furnace anywhere. Yeah, this is the furnace, right? Yeah. But he needs some way of killing the buildings because archers don't do damage to buildings. Maybe he can add some slingers to do damage. Maybe he needs a ram. I don't know. He loves rams. And Sigh as a swordsman. Okay, this is really good for Dragevann actually. He doesn't want to kill it. He needs to kill him right away, right? He needs to take control back of the orchard. If he can find those villagers, it would be a huge lead for him. And Sigh is still starving. He doesn't have any food. And Dragevann has a huge army. But heavy axes, they are not well upgraded enough. They have the +1 attack. I think it's pretty good. And maybe it needs bronze melting to give them another damage. And look at it. They will die, right? I think he should see them. And now he's taking another outpost. This is the Arthurian plane that we love to see it. Now he's taking control of every POI with the Arthurians and the trade colonies. But what I see, elite swordsman from Sigh. So this is kind of a do or die situation. If he loses the swordsman, I think it's game over because it doesn't have that much, and with the heavy axes, it can now deal damage to buildings. So these barracks will die. The furnace, if he can snipe the furnace, it would be huge. It would be actually huge. He needs to kill the furnace. I think he will get back the the resources, but it would delay. Look at it, it's 70%. If it could delay all this time, it would be huge. The Funas deny needs to kill it. No, you need to kill it. No, that's so close again. Another time. Oh no. Oh no, it didn't kill it. And now it can get the equipment. This best of 5 is crazy. It's every time Sigh saving it on the blade. I don't know. It's blade. Oh man, it's crazy. It's on the brink of destruction every time. And now he found the villagers, but he didn't have enough to kill them. And now he kills the furnace, but the furnace is not producing, right? He rebuilt it. Yeah, this furnace is still building. And now Sigh has a lot of swordmen, and I don't think it's enough. That's too much swordmen. No, pay attention. Yeah, okay. He needs another equipment for the heavy axis, right? Where's the furnace? It's not building equipment. There's nice macro from Sigh, but I think archers do enough. They are doing the job. They are doing the job, right? Are they? It's pretty hard to see. I mean, heavy axes are melting, and archers are not closed in. I think it's GG. I think Sigh did it again. I think. Yeah, that's too many. That's too many swordsmen. Looks like Sigh did it again, right? And Dragevann doesn't have enough equipment, and with the swordsman, no, militia won't get it. Militia won't do it. Yeah, look at it. They're all dead. This is crazy, and now the food is looking pretty bad for both players. Like, our Dragevann's food is so bad because he lost his orchard, he has 2 orchards, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outposts or something. But yeah, it's 31 military. He has the logistics. He doesn't have enough equipment. The heavy axis doesn't do enough damage, I think. I don't think he has the equipment for archers either. It's pretty hard to tell. I think he doesn't. Yeah, look at it. Archers don't do enough damage to swordsmen. They are fully equipped now. And Sigh is not starving anymore. That's so close! Had he killed the furnace, it would be so different. And he didn't push it. Like, Sigh was starving all this game. He could have do so much damage to Sigh Echo with that many archers. I think it's over, guys. I mean, Dragevann doesn't have food anymore, and I think Sigh is just spamming swordsman. Look at it. 3 barracks, and it's just spamming swordsman. Look at this queue. Look at these 2 queues. It's just spamming swordsman for 2 barracks, and he can't kill them in fast enough. The swordsmen are just too good. He can try, but look how many damage. Look at it, this swordsman is still alive. Now he just can't kill him. Okay. That's crazy, man. and more are coming. Yes, this is a GG. Look at it. Look at the resource difference. 3k more. 3k more. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just. I don't know. I'm speechless. Like this game, Dragevann taking the lead every time, and Sigh comes back with a good map awareness and taking good fights, not wasting armies, and yeah, maybe snowballing a bit on Dragevann mistakes. I don't know. It's pretty well punted BO after all, because Sigh did a really good job at coming back in all those games. So yeah, GG Sigh, GG Dragevann. All games are super good, and yeah. And for YouTube, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the finals then.